Hey friends, Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here. I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday afternoon. We are going to have some fun today and we are going to make a flag out of some old jeans, or at least we're going to try to. I really love textile art, and I saw these old jeans in my closet and thought, what can I do with those? And so I got inspired to do a flag, or attempt to make a flag. So we're going to see what happens. I've never done this before, so we're going to do it together. Who knows what's going to happen. The first thing I'm going to do is cut the back pocket off, and that's going to be the corner of our flag, the blue square, and it's not going to be exact, so nobody send me ugly messages. It is going to be an abstract version of the American flag. So, and we're going to use this stick I got out of my backyard to attach everything to. So let's get started. If you guys are watching live, y'all chime in, let me know where you're watching from. Okay. This is a good reason not to throw out your old jeans. Just try to repurpose them. I'm actually going to do a couple of crafts with these old jeans. I'm going to attempt to do another, like a patriotic banner. That's what I think. All right. So we're just cutting around the pocket. Trying not to hit my hot glue gun here. And I'm just, and it doesn't have to, I'm not measuring, it does not have to be exact. This is the beauty of abstract art. And I don't think, I'm not a textile art expert, but I think that's also the beauty of it, is you're using different materials, whether it's cloth or plant-based or animal-based. And so you're using mixed media, so there's not really an exact rhyme or reason. Okay, I don't want the big hem at the top, so we're going to just cut that off. I think I might leave this part. Who knows? Again, that's the fun of crafting and art, is you start out with an idea and you think, doesn't look good just yet, but by the end of it, you usually end up with something that you love. All right, so I cut this square out. And I'm going to save these for my next project. Oh, I hope I'm not showing the size. Okay, we're going to put those down here out of the way. And yeah, we're just going to go for this. I'm not sewing, we're using the hot glue gun, which I love my handy dandy hot glue gun. So anyway, I thought this was really fun. I thought most of us probably have an old pair of jeans somewhere that we could use and just inspire you to do something fun. And it's, you know, we're heading into summertime, so I thought, what a perfect time to do some patriotic crafts. Honestly, 4th of July is kind of like, as far as decorations for me, like Valentine's, I didn't have a lot of Valentine decor, and so I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to make some stuff. So we're going to take our jean pocket that we just cut out, and we're just going to hot glue it to the stick. Like, we're going to put it right here. Okay. Actually, yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. Again, we're just winging this. Seeing what happens. It could totally be a fail, and you get to watch it live. All right, so I'm just gonna stick that on the hot glue, kind of hold it down. I do want to talk to you guys as well. We announced yesterday that we are starting actually we've had a subscription box. It was just our regular paint kit that you could order in 3, 6, or 12-month subscriptions. That's been on our shop site. But we were doing craft and chow, which is where we would bring in a guest and they would do a craft with us and a snack. We would teach you guys or share with you guys the recipe for a snack. So we're kind of combining those two things into a monthly membership box called Craft and Chow, where you will receive each month for your membership a project kit. So you'll get the basic supplies for a craft for the project of the month, and you will get a recipe for the snack of the month. You'll get instructions on how to put it together. And then you'll also get access to our private Facebook group to be encouraged with all kind of crafty tips and fun stuff. And you'll get access to a Zoom Live where we will craft together, just like we're doing right here. Each month we'll craft the project. And this, we're taking founding memberships until June the 5th, and that's when our first kit for June will go out at that first week of June, and it's going to be, you guessed it, a patriotic theme. It's going to be really fun. I have it somewhere. Hold on and I'll show you, and then we'll continue with our flag. Hold on. Here it is. Look how cute this is. This is going to be our first Craft and Chow project. A cute little patriotic. It could be a door hanger. You could put it on a gallery wall, or you could just lean it on your mantle. It'll hang or it'll sit. Or lean against something. So this is super cute. So I'm so excited to bring you guys that and to get to spend time with you all each month crafting and doing things. And it'll be a little bit different than a live. We'll be doing it on Zoom, so we'll be doing it together. And not only will I get to see your sweet comments, I'll get to see your sweet faces on Zoom. So I'm super excited about that. So okay, so we're gonna start. I have some white eyelet here, and y'all, nothing screams summer. Like I think I shared the other day, like I love pineapples. They just scream summer to me, like pineapple slushies, yum yum yum, and pineapple decor, but also white eyelet. I just love it. It's so summery. And so I saw this ribbon, it was in a discount bin, and picked it up because I was like, that would be perfect for that project. Okay. So I am just going to, trying to think, you know what, I probably need to measure with this. I have a bandana. We're going to be cutting this up in a second. And I'm not, this is really the only thing I'm going to measure because I'm going to try to get it the same length. I might have to go, I've got another bandana somewhere in my house. I might have to go borrow that. I don't know if one should be enough, I hope. We're going to cut a couple of this length. Kind of see where we're headed here. And again, they do not have to be exact measurements. If some of them are a little bit longer, then that's okay too. Again, abstract. It's kind of like when I make pie crust. I call it abstract because my pie crust never comes out looking beautiful. Do you know what I'm saying? But it eats real good. It eats really good. So I'm like, it's just rustic. That's what we call it. Ain't nobody got time to try to be perfect. For real. Alright, I just laid my ribbon on top of the bandana just to kind of get close to the same size. But I'm not like... Just cutting strips. Maybe. My scissors didn't want to work there. I probably need, I'm going to go ahead and just probably cut this whole bandana up while I've got it, instead of stopping and gluing in between. So if you guys are on here, let me know what you're thinking. What are y'all doing today? How's the weather? Let's just chat. Kim. Hey, Kim. Okay, you have to pardon me because hashtag bifocals, so I have to really focus on the comments. Okay. Kim says, we call that farmhouse. I love it. I love it. I might use that. I might change it up and my kids will be like, what? Is that something new? Okay. Oh, grab the cut was cut in my pocket. Doggone it. Oops, I cut the corner off of my pocket with my scissors. My bad. We'll cover that up with hot glue and ribbon. Since we're doing farmhouse, right, Kim? All right. It's a gorgeous day here in North Alabama. Beautiful and sunny. But the weather still cannot decide what it's going to do. It's super cold in the mornings. Then it warms up into like the upper 70s, 80s in the afternoon. Which, Kim, I know is probably heavenly, just the thought of that for you, because is it still snowing where you are? In the north, the far north? Bless you. All right. Y'all, let me just take a minute to talk about bandanas. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim. I'm sorry. You just need to come, you guys need to come hang out in North Alabama. I think we're getting close to where we can hang out, right? Quarantine's almost over. I guess it depends on where you're at. If you guys, or I'm not sure if you guys are still locked in. I know we're safer at home, but just got to practice caution and wisdom when we go out. Snow this weekend. Bless y'all. I love looking at snow, but I don't know that I'd want to be in it all the time, sister. I'd want to hibernate like a bear. But I think some people say that about the heat here. I don't complain about the heat too much because I was born and raised in Southwest Louisiana, where I was 30 miles from the Gulf Coast. So it's super hot, super humid, a lot, most of the year. And it's a different heat. I know people probably say that a lot, but it is a different heat. And once you've experienced Louisiana heat, it's just hot. We're gonna make it. It's okay. All right. So I wanted to elaborate on bandanas. How much I love bandanas. You can get a bandana in just about any color. I mean, growing up, bandanas, we wore bandanas because I grew up in the country. We wore bandanas as, like my mama would wet them and put them around her neck to cool her off in the garden, that kind of thing. It was more like a work rag than anything. But now, I use them in decor in my house. I use them as napkins on my dining room table, because you can get them in any color, so you can mix and match, change them up for the seasons, and they're inexpensive. You can get bandanas at you can get packs of multiple ones at Walmart, but you can get them individually for like, I don't know, 50 cents, $1 at Hobby Lobby. So I have tons of different colors. And we use them as table runners, we use them as napkins, I use them in arts and crafts. We just use them for just about, it's just a versatile, and they're just pretty to me. So if you're trying to think of a way to add some color or pep up something, grab a bandana. Such a fun way to change things up. And inexpensive. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have some really nice linen napkins for my dining room, but for like everyday use, I usually have bandanas. I fold them pretty, put them in a napkin ring, and it's just an inexpensive, small way to change things up. Oh, I forgot to call it. See, 99 cents. Okay, Kim. Oh, that's interesting. Well, y'all don't have a concentrated group population, though. Y'all are pretty spread out. But that's good. All right. So I've cut up my bandana into strips, and I'm going to take most of them and move them over to the side, out of the way, and we're going to start gluing. Eventually when I get to the end of that stack. All right, so start with red. Cut this down to the length of that. All right, we're going to start with our red, and we're just going to hot glue it to the bottom of our pocket. Y'all, my hot glue gun is such a hot mess. I know if you follow me for any length of time, you know that this little hot glue gun is like 30 years old, like literally. I've had this thing since I was a teenager. I've always loved arts and crafts. So it has seen better days. I need to get a new one, but I kind of like this one. But anyway, I don't have the stand anymore, and it's kind of just, yeah. All right. I try not to burn myself. So all I'm doing is attaching these strips to the bottom of the pocket, and that's all we're going to do is just use some good old hot glue and get in here. And just keep on going till I'm hoping I don't run out of ribbon, but if so, we'll figure that out when we get there. I've got other ribbon, I just didn't bring it to the table. All right. I need another glue stick. Y'all, I'm telling you, never underestimate the power of a woman with a glue gun, right? You can get some stuff done with a glue gun. It's like on my top 5 things that I need to have in my house, right? Like, you need a screwdriver. Everybody needs at least, you know, it's even better if you have one of those that has the retractable thing that is the screwdriver that has the little end piece, you know, where one side is Phillips and the other side is flathead. So then you only need one screwdriver. But you need duct tape, right? Everybody needs, you gotta have duct tape. And you need a glue gun, right? So, and a hammer. Like, there's a few essential things that I think if you have those things, you're good. You're golden, right? So, I mean, you're gonna make it in any situation. All right. I also feel like if you know, we're talking about essential things, I always feel like you need Carmex, and you need, this is the Louisiana Cajun in me. You need Carmex and you need Robitussin, because those things cure everything, right? All right, so this is what we have so far, and this is where we're going. Do y'all see that? And we're just going to continue with our ribbon now down this way. Isn't that cute so far? Oh my gosh. That's so like Americana and so easy. So easy. Okay, so now take my white ribbon. Yeah, I think we're gonna have plenty of ribbon. This eyelet is so pretty. It's probably almost a shame that I'm using it for a flag, but it's so, like I said, so summery. Okay, let me go ahead and just cut what I think. So we'll have that, and then we can just glue. I need two. Oh, we're gonna have to make that work, huh? Actually, that's almost perfect. Okay, because we're gonna come in with some filler too. All right, so now glue into my stick. So fun. All right, we're gonna do bandana. All right. Uh-oh. Kind of made a mess there. Glue guns are fun, but they can be messy. Lose everything. Thought I dropped one. Kind of. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. The hardest part about this is where I think I'm gonna hang it. And again, this is abstract, so there's no real rhyme or reason. It's whatever you fancy, whatever you like. And that's the best part about art in general. You know, there are some rules that you should follow, but there are very few, at least in my book. The art teachers in the world are probably cringing, but it's whatever, you know, what's that saying? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So whatever you fancy. So fun. Y'all do me a favor, please sprinkle this video across the internet. I don't know if I should use that piece because it's short. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm probably going to do is trim my stick on the end, because see, that's what happens when you have a faux pas. Thank you, Lindsay. I love my shirt. I got this shirt from my friend. I have several friends that make t-shirts, but this particular shirt came from my friend Sally Thomas with, she has her own page. It's called Made for China, and all of the proceeds from her shirts, or some of the proceeds I should say, go towards helping families in the adoption process. So, and they have two sweet little children that they've adopted, so she's wonderful, and I got this shirt from her. So thank you. Isn't it looking cute? Look at this. How fun is that? Now see, we have a little bit of excess because I ran out of ribbon. I ran out of that pretty eyelet, but that's okay because we can just, I'm gonna go out to the garage and I'm gonna just take the saw and go and whack the end of that off and make it look like it was perfect from the beginning. We're not going for perfect, but you know what I meant. I'll make it look like it was meant to be, right? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I think, is, I mean, this is cute, right? This is cute. We could stop here, but I feel like we got to take it up just a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add in, and again, hold on. It's kind of getting away from me here. Let me lay it out flat. Okay. I think we're going to add, again, and this is abstract, I think we're going to add a little bit of raffia. This raffia, y'all, I've been using raffia since the 90s. It was super huge in the 90s, right? And that y'all remember that crinkle ribbon in the 90s? Lindsay, you might not remember that. I had a ton of that in my decor, but raffia also was really popular in the 90s, but it's so versatile for a bunch of different crafts. But anyway, you can get a big bag of raffia for like, I think I got this for $5, and this stuff will go a long ways. So I'm just gonna add a few, I think in between the red and the white, I'm just gonna add some strings of the raffia. Now, the hardest part about dealing with raffia is finding the end. Like, where does this stuff, so you just kind of have to pull on it until, I mean, it's like crazy. I'm hesitant to take the whole thing out, but I think I'm gonna have to. I might not ever be able to get it back in the bag. Okay, there's the end, real big. We're gonna unroll it here, and we're just gonna try to, oh, help me, Lord. Here goes. I'm going all in with the raffia. I'm just going to try to grab. Y'all, this ain't going back in that bag. I hate to tell y'all. Okay, they got it tied for me here at the end. Has anybody ever seen the inside of the actual raffia? I usually just kind of pull a little bit at a time out of the bag. Okay, I'm going to try to just, there we go. For real though. Okay. All right. You're still using your grandma's raffia. That's awesome, Lindsay. That's awesome. All right. So now what I'm going to try to do is kind of get some of the ends. I'm probably going to just do 2. I don't know. No, maybe 3, because I feel like you got to have an odd number. It's kind of like balloons, right? Usually I would say even numbers, because I'm kind of weird about that, but you know how when you do a balloon bouquet, is it bouquet or bouquet? What do y'all say? Bouquet. When you do a balloon bouquet, you have to have an odd number of balloons. So I feel like it's kind of the same thing. If I had 2, it would just not be enough, right? And 5 would be too many, so 3 I think is perfect. I'm so weird sometimes. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna tie a knot at the end, because that way it'll be a good little solid piece to glue. All right, so then come up here, and we're just gonna kind of put it in between the red and white ribbon. Gonna get our handy dandy, just put a dot right there at the top of the ribbon. You could just use, and you could really, and that's what's cool about textile art. You can use whatever you have, whatever, again, whatever you fancy, whatever you have on hand. Okay, now that's obviously gonna be a little bit long, so I'm just gonna grab the excess and I'm gonna trim it right there. And we'll just repeat that process across the flag. So yeah. All right, again, it's kind of, raffia has a mind of its own. Anyway, they also, speaking of the bandanas coming in all different colors, believe it or not, this raffia, you can get, it has a picture, you can get it in all kind of colors. Look, show you on the back of the bag. It comes in all that rainbow of colors. So, again, and it's fairly inexpensive. It just sometimes, I mean, I don't use it in a lot of things, but It's great to add an extra little flair on gift wrap. If you're, wrapping a present, you can tie it around the tops of jars or things if you're making jars. You can put it in your floral arrangements. All kind of stuff to do with it. Okay. That piece is going to be too short, so I'm just going to throw it down here in the trash pile. All right, hold on. I gotta get this that I threw down here. If y'all could see the floor, there's like stuff everywhere. All right. Alrighty, Roo. Y'all make sure if you're not getting notified on our lives, go up and hit those 3 dots in the upper right corner, and that way you'll get notified every time we go live. And if you can't watch us live, you can always watch us on the replay, and make sure you're sprinkling us across the internet. That helps us to be seen, and we appreciate that so much. Every time that you give us love with the emojis or sprinkle our video, that just means so much to us. Okay. All right, so got one more on our pocket. Y'all, I'm gonna get the most out of these jeans, I'm telling you. It's actually an old pair of my husband's jeans, and I wore them for a little bit, like I cut them off. He didn't want them or need them anymore, so I cut them off and wore them kind of like boyfriend jeans. And then I put them in the donate pile at a certain point, but they never got donated. They kind of got lost in my closet, and I saw them, and I was like, I'm gonna do something with those. And so here we are, making a flag. So don't throw away your old jeans if they don't make it into the donate pile. See what kind of something or other you can do with them. And like I said, we're doing this flag today, and I'm going to attempt a banner, some type of banner. I don't know what. So, we'll see. Oh, that's not going to be long enough, Lois. Okay, who else talks to themselves while they craft? Alright, let's try this piece. Alright, let's tie a knot. Let me tie the knot in this, and then I'll show you all what we have so far. This raffia is taking a little bit longer. And then I found, we got one more element to add after this. I pulled out, I collect buttons. I love buttons. I have buttons I've gotten at flea markets, buttons that I bought new that, it's just like you always have extra after you use them for whatever. And so I have, those leftover buttons. I have grandma's buttons. I have some of my mama's buttons. I have tons of buttons. I just love them, and I've always added them. Again, that's one of those standard embellishments that you'll find on most of if you open up my kids' scrapbooks, there's a button on almost every layout. They just add a little something, and they're fun. And typically inexpensive, so depending on what kind of button you're buying. Okay, this is what we have so far. That's kind of the effect, hello, that we're going for. So the raffia is just kind of adding a little extra flair to it. So how fun is that? I gotta trim, I'll trim it when we get done. So we're going to keep going with that. We've got a few more things of raffia to do. Pardon me. So anyway, this is fun. Like I said, I've always loved textile art, using different mediums to, again, even with my scrapbooks, I've always tried to add extra elements to make it have a 3D effect. But using different mediums like this is so fun. Y'all, I'm making a hot mess with this raffia, can I tell you? I'm going to be fussing at myself later when I got to clean all this up. But hey, we're having fun. We're having fun. So again, I'm just grabbing a few pieces because to me, you got to have an odd number. Oh man, okay. All right, there we go. There's that. So we're just taking our raffia, we're tying knots at the top, and I'll probably trim off, you know, go back and trim it up when we're done. We're gonna add some buttons after this, just to kind of give it that little extra oomph. If I had glitter handy, we might put glitter on it, but we're not. You gotta have some glitter. All right. And this is so easy. It's nothing but like some leftover materials, a stick, and some hot glue. But it's gonna be really cute. I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up on my front porch. Okay. All right. I really don't think, I mean, we have Memorial Day this month, and then we have 4th of July coming up, but I don't think it's too soon to decorate for, you know, patriotic decor. What's too soon? I don't know. I wore white pants the other day, too. My mama would cringe if she knew I wore white pants before Memorial Day. Because, right, what's that rule? You can only wear white after Memorial Day and until Labor Day. So, hey Robin, hey Mia, hey Terry. Thank you, Terry. So what projects have you guys been working on? Y'all talk to me. I hope this inspires you all to do something patriotic. Y'all, and I'm sorry this part's taking a little bit longer, but I don't want to pull too much raffia out of here because, again, once it comes out, it ain't going back in. For real, though. I would trim it. I think I might. I don't think it's long enough to trim to get a full length out. Okay. There we go. Now, don't fret because I'm not, I try to save as much as possible. So the excess that gets cut off will get shoved into a Ziploc bag for later use. We're not going to throw it away. It's like waste not, want not, especially in the season of life that we are in. But I've always been like that. We don't throw much away until you have to. Oh, Lindsay, I'd love to see what you've been painting. I am about to do a watercolor project, and I'm super duper excited about it. Watercolor has only been something I've kind of done for fun. I've never really done a major project with it, and so we're about to do that. So I've been like practicing up on watercolor. Watercolor's so fun. So fun. Okay. Terry says no projects at all except yard work. Ooh, that would be, redoing your ceiling and antique barn boards would be beautiful. We're thinking on putting some shiplap up in our kitchen on our ceiling, but it hasn't happened yet. If you guys watched my stories about the recovering the bar stools in our kitchen, then you know it takes us a while to like make a decision. Well, it took me a while. I can't really blame it on my husband. It took me a while to figure out what I liked that would go good in the space. Okay, I'm gonna do one more string. a raffia, and we'll be done with that. So finally, after 5 years, I found some material that I thought would blend enough to recover the kitchen bar stools with. So we have had these ceilings that we needed to recover. It's been a good year, almost a year, and we finally just decided on something that I liked, that we could both live with. So we are going to get that done soon. We've been doing a lot of house projects too. I've redone a curio cabinet, covered the bar stools, cleaned out our shed. Well, actually, I can't say I did that. My husband did the majority of that, but it was on my list. All right. So this is what we have. I'm fixing to trim this. Isn't that just cute? It's really cute. Okay. So we're going to trim up the raffia. This would be something fun with kids too. I think kids would really like this because, yeah, they just need help with the hot glue, but this is like giving a haircut, cutting this raffia. Oops, one more. All right, so I got it trimmed up. So now what we're gonna do is add our buttons. I think that'll be it. So I have, look, this is just one jar of buttons that I have. I love, y'all, seriously, I have a problem with buttons. I cannot go, if I go into a flea market and there's bags of buttons, like, look how cool this button is. Look, so cool. Like, I can't pass them up. I'm like always buying buttons. This one has a rhinestone. Love some rhinestone. So anyway, I digress. I could talk about buttons. You could tell this is one of my, this is an antique. That's a pearl kind of effect going on. Anyway, what I did was, let me not digress on buttons, but I just picked some different ones. I did just some different textures. This one's kind of cool. It's got a little starburst kind of effect in it. So I've got red, white, and blue. Oh, look how cute this one is. It kind of looks like a wavy flower. So now we're just going to hot glue our buttons on. So I'm going to start with this one because it's super cute, and we'll put it down here at the end. So cute. Oh, I forgot to trim the tops of this raffia. We're going to do that too here in a second. Glue. Oh, I should have went down. No. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. I think I should have went down here. Yeah. Hold on. Forgot about the, I'm just gluing these on the tops of the knots, the raffia knots. Ow, I just burned myself because, you know, hot glue loss. Y'all, seriously, sometimes I need a keeper. All right, hold on, I'm pouring buttons. This is gonna make noise. Gotta pour them out on the table so I can really get in there. Oh, I forgot about that giant button. Oh, look, here's a teardrop. Alright, hold on. The only bad thing about the jar, oh, that's cool. Here's an actual red, white, and blue one. And my mama's tape measure. Look at that. It's like treasure day. Look at this big button. Y'all, I kid you not. I don't even remember. Look at that. That's a big old button. Okay. Now I can see what I'm dealing with. I just poured the jar out. Okay. Tons of buttons. I don't know if you guys can see them all, but they're everywhere. All right, just red. I need a white one. Now we can see. Okay. All right, now that I'm doing red, white, blue, red, white, I gotta take the, is this one gonna come off? I'll let it dry. But it's gonna bug me if I don't change. All right. We cannot break the pattern. Surely I'm not the only like OCD person. I say that with all due respect. I am just kind of weird about some things. God, I can't, if there's a pattern, it has to be the same. But then sometimes things don't bother me. The older I get, the less things bother me. Okay, now we're going to use this white one here. But there are some things, they just have to be that way. All right, let's see if we can find blue. I had a big stack, and bear with me. We're almost done. Okay, here's red. Throw that one here's a blue one. They're all different shapes and sizes, so this is just going to add to the 3D effect that we have going on. And I'm using kind of navy blue. That one's kind of a country blue. There's red. All right, we've got plenty of white in here to choose from. I need one that has a flat end though. That's clear, not white. That one's not really white either. Nope. You would think that a white button was a white button, but it's not. Okay, this one's white. Not all whites are created equal as far as, it's just the slightest little tint of yellow or even black sometimes that just throws off the shade of white. You would be surprised when you go look at paint samples, the number of, there's just so many shades of white. Like people say white is white in paint. Nope, it's not. When you get an off-white, sometimes it tends to lean more towards yellow instead of that milky white. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, I'm just trimming the top of our knots. Actually, what I'm doing is getting raffia everywhere. But we are pretty much finished, and it's so cute. I love how it turned out. Okay, hold on, and I'm going to show you. The only other thing I'm going to add to it is I'm going to take it into the shop, and I'm going to trim the excess part of the stick, and I'm going to add some twine to hang it with. So, this is what we have. Isn't that cute? So cute. So we used our pocket that we cut out from our old jeans, and then we just cut it in a square. The stick I got out of my yard, so I hot glued it to the stick, and then I did eyelet ribbon because that says summer to me, and the bandana. So we just cut it, the strips, and hot glued them. We put the raffia in between the ribbons just for some effect, and then we did the red, white, and blue buttons at the top of the little knots. So cute. So I'm going to take it to the garage and trim this off, and then we'll add twine and hang it, and I'll post a picture of the finished product once I have it hanging. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, and I just always love getting to hang out with you, and of course to craft. So I hope this inspires you to not toss out your jeans. If they don't make it into the donate pile, don't toss them. Cut them up. I got hot glue on me. I feel it. I feel the string. Anyway, don't toss them. Cut them up. Repurpose them into a flag. Or if you keep an eye out, we're going to be doing a banner. We're going to make a garland to hang from your mantle or wherever in your decor. It's going to have a patriotic theme too. And so, of course, you'll see the jeans will be revisited. I'm going to get as much purpose as I can out of those jeans before they finally make it into the toss pile. So, and also don't forget Craft and Chow. We're taking founding members until June the 5th. Our June project is going to be this cute little door hanger. So in that kit or that monthly box, you'll get a craft of the month, you'll get instructions, you'll get access to our private Facebook group and to the Zoom class where we do just what we did today, where we'll craft together once a month, and I'll teach you some new things. I'm sure I'll learn some new things from you guys, but most importantly, we'll get to hang out and visit with each other and build our community. And you'll also get a recipe for the snack of the month, because that's why it's called Craft and Chow, because the only thing I like better than crafting and crafting with friends is snacking and crafting with friends. You always gotta have a snack. If you've ever get to see my art space, on my art desk, I always have a beverage and I have some sort of snack. Actually, I had a snack earlier. I had peanut M&Ms in my drawer, but I ate them all. So there's always a snack somewhere, because you gotta have some brain food to keep those creative ideas flowing. So anyway, check that out. You can read more about that on the Facebook page, or you can message me. I'll answer any questions you have. But June the 5th, we're gonna close the we're going to close it, so we won't be taking any new members after that. So check it out, sprinkle the video. We love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and until I see you again, happy crafting. Take care.